So you're a videographer looking for tips, tricks, and advice on how to make your interviews better. You've come to the right place. One audio concept that you'll hear a lot is called signal-to-noise ratio. Now, this is kind of complicated to explain for me, but this is basically what it means, is that when you're recording with electronic devices, there's going to be a certain level of volume at which there is static, noise. It's just electronic, electronic static. And so generally on good audio devices, that volume is very, very low. The amount of static that you get is a very quiet amount of static. So what you want to do is you want to get enough of a signal to get way above where that noise floor is. You can think of it sort of like, here's the floor where the static is. That's your noise floor. And then up here is the top of where your signal can go up to. And so your signal should be able to move between this area in amplitude. And so the way that works out on your audio meter, on your camera, you'll have an audio meter, is that you don't want a signal that just does this way down here, because there's going to be a lot of static in that signal. And you don't want a signal that goes way up here, because when you do that, it's going to clip off, because the signal can technically only go to here, and then it's got to move and come back down. So you want a signal that moves within your sweet spot, below your clipping point, and this is where the audio meter turns into red up here, and this is where you get nothing down here. So generally you want your, if the frame here is the audio level, you want your audio level to be hitting right about here, moving up and down and getting right about in this area. You don't want to get too close, you don't want to get red because you're going to get distortion and clipping. You don't want to get too low down here because it's going to be all in static, and when you volume it up, it's going to be so staticky that you're going to choke yourself, because you know how it is. It's just, you're going to hate it. So that is the idea of noise floor and clipping. One thing that you can do when you're gathering audio, if you only have one microphone, most cameras have two mic input channels. And some cameras will allow you to record that one mic onto both of those channels. So when I only have one mic, what I like to do, and I've seen a lot of people do this, you turn one up louder than the other. That way, if the louder one clips, you still have a signal that doesn't distort, it doesn't clip. And so that's a little technique that you can use if you're only using one microphone. The final thing I would say, and this is an obvious one, monitor your audio. You never know when you're getting a weird signal or a bad buzz or something like that. So you need headphones with you at all times. They just need to be in your camera case. And you need to monitor that audio everywhere, every time you do an interview, every time you do anything. You need to be monitoring that audio if you're going to use it. So carry headphones, and you'll be happy you did. If you have techniques or advice or things you want to share, feel free to put that down in there in the comment bar as well. Response videos are welcome, any kind of advice you have, and thanks for watching, and happy hunting in the audio realm.